Hey traders, and it's afternoon for me. It's nearly pardon me, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. What I want to do is recap how the session ended. It would have been early this morning for me. Now, I got up and felt pretty horrendous, so I ended up only getting about an hour and a half sleep, an hour and a half hours worth of sleep between when I went to bed and woke up, and I was in real no shape to be trading. But I opened it up. Uh, I wanted to do the live video, but then I thought, I'm pretty incoherent, and I was looking through. Pretty much what I did was, no, I'm not bored by my background. Thank you for asking. I had RMGN up, and this was, I would sort of call this sideways and pretty flat and uneventful. And I mean, volume was good, and I can't quite recall. They probably introduced some sort of blockchain news out here. RMG. Oh no, it was an earnings play. Okay. No, sorry. That was from August last year. I'm not too sure what the news was out. Okay, well, I'm sure there was something to do with blockchain. Alright, so CNET. Alright. So again, there was no real. As a disclaimer as well, guys, I'm just focusing on dip buys. I understand that it's going to be a little bit tiresome and boring to people. I apologize. I'm still very new to the stock trading experience, especially day trading. I have been trading Forex for over a year now. Just went back to a live account. I originally had a live account back in early 2016. That was what I would call an aggressive small account. The leverage was 200 to 1. And I didn't really have a set system, but now I do. So I don't want to go into those details, but that's more of a longer term trading method where I'll place a trade and it will be a set and forget. There'll be a stop loss, a wide stop loss, and it's more high time frames on the 4-hourly and the daily charts. So CNET had a bit of a failed breakout. I'm just looking at this now. This is a little bit more volatile, but there's no real, to me, there's this midday thing here where it dipped down and then had a bounce, but that's not. I don't feel terrible about missing that, to be honest. And then RELYQ, what a ticker, what a 5-letter ticker. This is interesting how I've got this up. I don't like this at all. That's indicative of low liquidity at times. So it's showing 1.7 million shares, but very low price, that one. Alright, so we've got the top percentage gainers. Alright, I don't really know what to sort of coin this, if it's going to be, a watch list for later on. Again, I've got night shift, guys. It's been a frustrating week where I actually had technical issues on the day off, but that's life. And I've been studying a lot as well after work, so sleep deprived and loving it. So let us have a look at another one. What grabs my attention here is DTST. Interesting news out about China and South Korea banning cryptocurrencies as well. So I know South Korea is pretty big on it, and Japan is as well. So we'll see what happens there. But it'll probably create more scarcity. But the price is down a little bit, so we'll see if there's more news out on blockchain and companies pivoting their business models towards that technology. There's some craziness recently. I'm going to keep this short. I'm not sure what's going on here, if this is an earnings winner, potentially. This is pretty solid. And then, but I never buy straight away, because what happens is there's a lot of noise where things are up and down, and there's a lot of craziness where there's no real defined pattern. But I prefer the dip buys. It makes sense to me psychologically. I have you establish an entry level. There's a clear defined stop if it breaks below that turning point of the dip. Good risk to reward as well. So that's why I'm sort of favoring that. And that there's no setup there. I'm going to close that down. Whew. Next week, I got the 5 days off in a row. Now, also an update on Short Trade. I went into Commonwealth Bank with the printout to do the wire transfer. With the conversion rate, it was over 900 Australian dollars it would cost me, just with how, obviously, if you were just to convert it yourself, like at one of those exchanges, they take a small fee, but a bank takes a bigger fee, and obviously I have to transfer it via them pretty much. I prefer that than going to Western Union or any shenanigans like that, to be honest. That's just my personal preference. So, and I think they require a bank transfer as well, from my understanding, with short traders. So I did try the credit card for everyone watching at home. Commonwealth Bank refused that. So I'm just coming up with more and more hurdles. And my thought process is I'm going to get a couple of DVDs instead. And I'm going to focus on learning, and I'm going to continue saving for, I think Lightspeed offer a 2 or 3 grand US account, and you can trade 3 times a week. And just with my schedule and how crazy it is, I'm thinking to myself, that's going to work perfectly. So I'm so big on, like, let's just take a heap of trades, but really that's not what I'm about, honestly. So I was reviewing my trades and how many trades I take per week, and it's like very little. It's like 1.5 average. Not even. So, and that's obviously with my work schedule, because some weeks I can't actually really trade. I could hypothetically get up, and I've been trying to, for close for market at about 4:30 in the morning, but I finish work at 1, and I have, a lot of caffeine. That's just what things have, come to reality of trading in this time zone. So I get to bed about 3, so I wake up at 4:15, and I'm not in a good way. I could stay up. I could try doing that tonight. I might do that, and then because I don't have much on tomorrow, I'll probably do that, and I might do a video of that. Let's just do that and see. And see God stuff. But the thing is, and this quote's circulated around, you've got to learn that you just have to get used to being uncomfortable. So I would say, to be successful and to separate yourself from the other, members of the population who are just sort of meandering through life. Anyway, this is turning a bit of a rant video. I apologize for that. Let's get up. Was it INGH? It's not on the list here, but let's just see how that ended. Got some internet connection issues as well. Was that from? Oh, was that yesterday? Wow, that's interesting. So it goes from nice and solid with the price action and volume to pretty not solid. That's interesting. What was yesterday? Yesterday was the 11th. That was the 10th, and that's the 11th. Wow. IEG Holdings Corp commenced tender offer for 4.99% of the common shares of Lending Corporation. Okay. Probably start a share dilution, I'd imagine. That's not tradable right there, though. So I don't, I won't look into the SEC filings and everything right now, because the video I've already sort of gone well over 5 minutes, which I like to sort of keep around. RMGN I went through, RELYQ I went through. Let's just see MGTI. This is a bit of a left of field play. These guys do Bitcoin mining. Let's see if these guys have been having a little bit. No, not really. Volume's not too bad. It loves floating around 1.5 odd million shares traded a day, doesn't it? Interesting. I mean, there's a little bit of a dip by there. But it's not really, because, I mean, it doesn't move a lot, this one. It's a little frustrating. I'm going to close that down. Yeah, so look, I mean, in conclusion, CNET, really solid volume. So it's I mean, if you can see another bit of panic selling, it might be worth taking. I mean, really, you'd want to see it down in here in the 530s. But at least 20% sell-off is good, and then you see how it reacts. So not an exact science, definitely it's more of a subconscious thing where you see it happening. You've seen it so many times, to keep watching it. So that would be the advice I would sort of give. and what I'm trying to get my head around as well. And also executions need to be really fast, and I need to definitely work on that. But I won't be here for market open, guys. I apologize for that. Market close, there'll be a live video. There'll be an update as well on the live video. So we'll see how things go. Might be a dull sort of session, to be honest. We'll see. I mean, there's still a little bit of movement around. It's obviously, market open is really where you want to be. But I'm going to conclude the video. Thanks, guys. There's no real structure here of what I'm going to be looking at. This will be based probably upon how things are shaping up later on in the session. So I'll be on at around 4 a.m. I'll start making the video, guys. So 4 p.m. New York time. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.